Now this is the most difficult part of judging the river's levels and what to do. As the slope starts to level out slightly before it reaches the deep part, you have to get your estimates exactly right on when to let the pumps out and in. And that's exactly what's going to happen now. You have to let the pumps out as the river is dropping, but further upstream it's already rising again. Let's look at what's happening on the river.
Looking at the upper Vaal, there's quite a bit of water in the rivers. The rivers are full, but still the total doesn't look too bad. The forecast on the Vaal River, the inflow is never going to drop off as steeply as they indicated there, so that's not right. So it will rise probably a bit higher than the 107 that is currently forecast to rise. Outflow is currently at about 700 cubic. That will probably remain like that. On the middle Vaal, Bloemhof, there's quite a lot of water going into Bloemhof. This is where the main action is currently happening. The flow, Skumansdrift is 800 cubic, Kliplaatdrift above Bloemhof is 1400, plus the Vet is another 200 cubic, so that's an inflow of about 1600. Let's just look at it. It is currently at about 107%, forecast to go up to about 108+%. And that inflow currently at 1400 cubic, actually it is about 1600 coming in, and it'll go up to 1800 cubic. So it is forecast that they will start to release more water by tomorrow morning. This is about 1600 cubic, currently is 1200 outflow. That's quite a lot more water coming down the Orange River. Then looking at the lower Vaal, the retrofit is fortunately not contributing much, 60. On the upper Orange at Gariep Dam, the inflow from Aliwal Noord 1100 plus the Caledon 160. So you still have an inflow here plus the Oranje Draai of about 1600. Now the forecast, or they're showing here a rapid rise in level, showing here the rapid rise, but then they forecast to drop off immediately. And that's not realistic. So something in the measurements here is not right, and the measurements affect the forecast for the levels. So I'm thinking that it's going to go higher than the projected 100%. We'll just have to see. That will also influence the release from the dam. So at least what this gives us is full capacity for hydroelectrical generation. Looking also at Van der Kloof, you have the same thing. Rapid rise in level, currently at about 102%. Inflow estimate here looks funny, but the 700 is the 700 that's released from Gariep, so that's probably true. So we'll have a outflow of currently about 500 cubic going up to about 600 cubic. This in conjunction with the Bloemhof outlet of about 1600 gives us a flow of about 2200 in the lower Orange. In the lower Orange, Katlani is already up to 1400. So that flow will give us about a 2100 at least a peak in the lower Orange. So Ugrabis will be in its full glory again in about 5-6 days, I think, because the river is running quickly. Looking at the forecasts have tempered vrede, just a quick jab around to see what it's like all over the interior. It's forecast for rain, but not much rains. Bloemfontein, also usually in the thick of it, forecast for rain, but not much rain. Looking at Krakeel Rivier in the Eastern Cape for the Kouga Dam, unfortunately the forecast has dropped considerably and the rain has not fallen as forecast. Right, so wind is also indicating not too much rain in the interior. Next 3 days, this is the next 5 days, and then the next 10 days. So there's nothing serious going on there. I'm hoping to hear that the Koga area has actually gotten some rain today as well. I'll update you when that happens.
Right, so I'm in a bit of a different sandy wash to where I usually drive. With me is Milo and Henk from Four Wheeling SA. And this is actually his video. I just took the camera from him for a moment. Henk is a fellow YouTuber and a frequent visitor. He supplied me with some drone footage for past videos before I got my own drone. This time I'm returning the favor and showing him a cool spot to get drone footage of the river and to do a bit of sand driving. To see more about this trip, have a look at his video, see the link.